People in Bakersfield still don't like talking about what happened in 2008. One morning, a whole section of the city looked unfinished, like reality forgot to load the textures. Buildings, cars, even a few people appeared as glowing outlines, almost like the world switched into some kind of wireframe mode. The zone kept expanding in perfect circles, as if following a blueprint. Scientists compared the shapes to 3D models used in design software, which only made things stranger. Doctors even found strange geometric patterns inside two people who were inside the zone, shapes no one had ever seen in human anatomy. Whatever it was, it felt like someone exposed the draft version of reality for a few terrifying moments. But visual glitches are just the beginning, because the next one broke gravity itself. Imagine walking down the street and suddenly feeling lighter, way lighter. That's what happened during the gravity holiday, when everything inside a 2-mile radius stopped behaving normally. Trash cans floated, water from a fountain rose upward. People jumped and didn't land for several seconds, drifting like astronauts. Local news cameras caught debris spinning in mid-air, proving it wasn't a joke. Scientists later measured the effect. Gravity didn't disappear, it dropped to about 15%, almost like someone dragged a slider down. Then, just as suddenly as it began, it snapped back to normal. Dozens were injured when they fell from mid-air. The government sealed the reports, but leaked notes called it a controlled physics interruption. If physics can fail, wait until you see a whole town rewind like a saved file. Cedar Falls had one of the strangest experiences ever recorded. For one entire day, everything silently rolled back to how it looked the day before. A store that burned down was suddenly standing again. Fresh paint, stocked shelves, no sign of the fire. Hard drives, security cameras, and even text messages reverted to their older versions. Plants shrank, healed injuries returned. The reset stopped exactly at the town's border, leaving a perfect clean line where the old reality met the new one. One researcher suggested the event looked like someone loaded an old save file of the town, the way you do in a video game. No one has found a better explanation. If an entire town can reset, imagine what happens when a single person slips through solid matter. Security guards at Grand Central Station are trained for a lot of things, but not for a man casually walking through a marble pillar like it wasn't even there. The camera footage shows him approaching it, pausing, and then melting through the stone as if it turned to mist. Doctors scanned him afterward and found nothing unusual. No implants, no medical issues. Weeks before the event, people reported that the pillar felt soft, almost warm, like it wasn't fully solid. After the incident, the man said he could somehow feel the pillar from blocks away, like it was still connected to him. Then the pillar itself started flickering, as if it was only half loaded into reality. But the next glitch didn't stay on the ground. It appeared thousands of feet in the sky. A commercial pilot thought he was losing his mind when he saw a full island, trees, rivers, buildings, floating high above the clouds. But the passengers saw it too. Even stranger, the people on the island looked up and noticed the plane. The island cast a perfect shadow across the cloud tops, meaning it was physically there. But when radar checked, it showed nothing. An F-16 was rushed to investigate, but the moment it got close, the entire island faded away like it was never there. The plane's instruments glitched at the exact same time, as if whatever they saw didn't want to be tracked. No one has ever seen it again. And if floating islands aren't strange enough, the next glitch created perfect copies of real people. For one strange week, a small town reported something no one was ready for. Perfect copies of real people walking around. These weren't lookalikes. DNA, memories, even old injuries matched exactly. The only difference was a tiny 4.7-second delay, like the copies were following behind an invisible script. Each duplicate appeared in the exact spot the real person stood 24 hours earlier, and none of them could move more than 500 meters from that location. They behaved normally, but started fading around the edges after a few days, like bad pixels breaking apart. On day 6, all of them dissolved into light. The pattern matched a cached version of the town, as if reality backed itself up, and then deleted it. But duplicates are nothing compared to a woman reliving the same day 47 times. Jennifer Kumar thought she was losing her mind when Tuesday repeated itself. Then it repeated again and again. By loop 10, she started using the time to learn new skills: speed reading, lockpicking, even piano. She predicted every conversation at work, every song on the radio, and even stopped 2 accidents before they happened. On loop 45, a stranger approached her and said, "You're stuck too?" He claimed he had been caught in the loop only since that morning. Together, they tried everything until they discovered a specific sequence of actions that finally broke the cycle. A physicist who studied their journals said the loop behaved like corrupted software replaying the same file until it finally fixed itself. And while she escaped the loop, the next glitch made reality start deleting itself. Shoppers inside a busy mall watched the world fall apart piece by piece. It started with decorations vanishing, plants, posters, benches, then entire storefronts blinked out. The disappearance followed a clear order: small objects first, then bigger structures, then the people themselves. Security footage showed floor tiles sliding into new positions after the main fountain disappeared, like the building was rearranging itself. Anyone who vanished left behind no ID, no digital trail, nothing, like they'd never lived at all. Strangely, the mall's financial system updated on its own, deleting the missing employees and adjusting inventory. Researchers noticed the pattern perfectly matched a memory grid cleanup, the kind computers do when they're trying to run faster. But this problem isn't new. Our next case happened centuries before modern tech. Historical records tell one of the strangest teleportation stories ever documented. In 1593, a confused soldier appeared in the middle of Mexico City, fully armed and wearing the uniform of the Manila Guard, over 9,000 miles away. Witnesses said he materialized out of thin air. The man insisted he had been standing at his post in Manila just moments before. When questioned, he revealed specific news about a governor's assassination, information that hadn't yet reached Mexico. Weeks later, a ship arrived confirming the event. The Vatican investigated and found no sign of trickery. Modern researchers noticed the teleportation spots formed a perfect circle on a map, almost like the universe copied and pasted him into a new location. And the final glitch is the worst of all, because it's still happening today. The last glitch is the one experts fear the most, because it's still happening. People across several cities reported running into strangers who suddenly froze mid-step. They repeat the same short phrases, restart their movements, or stand motionless until someone interacts with them. Their eyes don't track right. They focus just past the person talking to them, like a character model that isn't fully programmed. Some even reset and walk the same path again. These aren't medical episodes. Doctors checked. Whatever this is, it feels like reality spawning placeholder humans that haven't finished loading. And the worst part? There's footage. Reality might be far stranger than we want to believe, and these glitches are only scratching the surface. If you want more stories like this, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next episode.